welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my low buy update for the month of February. So if you don't know, I am doing a low buy this year, specifically with the clothing and beauty categories in my budget and my life. That's where I felt like the past year, 2020, really got out of control for me, and I'm just trying to rein it all back in. So I'm going to be linking down below my intro and my first month update if you want to kind of see how I've been doing. I'm also going to leave different timestamps of different kind of things I'm going to talk about in today's video in case if one section interests you more than another. But I have my afternoon Diet Coke. I hope you guys grab a beverage of your choice, and let's go ahead and dive in, shall we? So the first thing I want to talk about is, what did I buy? Did I buy anything? I did buy a couple of things. So I'm going to start with the clothing category. I made one purchase, and I have my laptop here of notes, so, apologies. I made one purchase at the beginning on actually February 1st, and I bought a pack of socks off of Amazon because my ankle socks that I wear, every day, something like this, they all had holes in them. I didn't have matches anymore. It was just bad, and then I thought about it, and it had to have been 4 years since I bought socks, so I figured, I can get a 6-pack of ankle socks that I wear every day now, and it's no problem. So, just pulled these out of the dryer because, laundry day, but I did purchase a pack of socks. I got these off of Amazon. It was just the most convenient option for me, and it was $16.99 for the pack of 6, which I feel okay about the price. I mean, it was needed. It's no big deal. So for my clothing budget, I am giving myself $500 for the year. How I got there was I figured about $100 per season plus $100 for necessities like socks would get me to $500 for the year. It doesn't have to break down that way. That's just where I came up with that number. So I started the month off with $488.05 remaining in this budget. I spent that $16.99, so now I'm down to $471.06, but I feel really good about it. I do have some things on my wish list, but they're all kind of spring and summer items, so I'm going to wait and, see how the next month or two-ish go before I really kind of look at that wish list and make actions on anything, I would say. Let's talk about the beauty purchases next. So I have 3. 2 came in one order, so I did make a Sephora order at the beginning of the month, also on the 1st, and it was for replacements, which I was super excited about because I'm finally to the point now where I can choose what kind of replacement I want. It means I've worked through everything. So the first one I picked up, I needed a new retinol. I use retinol about twice a week in my evening skincare routine, so I chose to try the Inky List retinol cream. So this is what it looks like. It's a 1-ounce bottle. This retails for $9.99, which I feel like is a pretty good price considering you get a full ounce. I'm really pleased with it. I've only used it a couple of times because I finally did finish up the retinol I was using before. So I did purchase this a couple of weeks in advance, but I needed this one. This is the Ordinary Caffeine Solution 5% plus EGCG. I always get that wrong. This is what I use in the morning as my eye treatment, like an eye cream type thing, and I truly used my bottle up that I was working on before, went a couple days without it while this was shipping. So I figured, I know I'm going to finish my retinol by the end of the month. I'm just going to buy both of them so they're here, so I'm not making 2 orders because that seems ridiculous to ship. These are tiny things. I don't need 2 boxes coming to my home, you know what I mean? So these 2 I did purchase. Again, the Ordinary is $6.70, so pretty cheap Sephora order. I didn't qualify for any coupon codes because I was under $25, but that's fine with me. So I did pick up these 2, and they are currently active and being used in my skincare routine. The other thing I picked up was also a necessity and a new item to me. So this is the Tree Hut Moisturizing Shave Oil. I'm so excited about this. This is the silliest thing to be excited about, but yeah. I finally finished up the last of our shaving creams that we've had in our closet. So we just had a bunch of mini sizes. There was one full size in there, but my boyfriend has literally 1 use left in the can that he's working on that he uses on his face and stuff. So he's gonna use that one that's in the closet, which means there's no more for me. So I got to pick the one I wanted, and I really wanted to try this. I feel like everybody has talked about this on YouTube, and I feel like I'm the last person to try it, but I finally got one, you guys. I bought mine off of Amazon. I know that you can get it at Ulta, at Target. I don't have a Target near me. Like, I'd have to drive 45 minutes, and I'm not gonna drive 45 minutes just to go pick this up. So yeah, I ordered it off of Amazon. It was $10.88 on Amazon, which I feel like is about right for where it is like at the actual store, but I have not like actually checked in on that. Maybe I should. But yeah, this is the citrus scent. I guess I don't even know where it says, but it has like citrus fruits on the front. I've used it once. It smells so good, and I absolutely love it. It gives me the closest shave and so rich and moisturizing for my legs. I cannot wait to use this as like my summer shaving, you know, product, because I shave my legs way more in the summer than I am right now, but this is really nice. So I did purchase this as well, and those are the 3 beauty products. All of them were replacements, like necessities, I would say. None of them were like true wants or anything. So for my beauty budget, I am giving myself $50 a month to use or, you know, like add and roll over. So I started the month with $72.15 in my beauty account. I spent $28.82 between those 3 products. That includes like shipping and everything. So that got me to $43.33. And then now that it is March, I added another $50 with my March budget. And so now I have $93.33 in this account. So I feel pretty good about that. You know, it's slowly building. I'm not using that full 50 every month. Between the past 2 months, in January I spent $27.88, and in February I spent $28.82. So I'm below $30 both month. I'm pretty pleased with that. Something new that I'm adding in here, and I got inspiration from Steph. I can link her video down below. She's doing like a beauty bank with like credit system, and I was like, I kind of like that. So basically how I'm going to run mine is each makeup product I finish, I get 1 credit for. Okay, so like I finish a mascara, a primer, a bronzer. That's 3 credits right there. I can't do that, so there, 3. Okay, so then here's where I need a credit, is for like something that I want, but it's not a repurchase. So for example, I know that like buying an eyeshadow palette is not something I need, right? It's something I want. I have eyeshadow palettes. It's not like I all of a sudden finished up all my eyeshadow palettes and I have no eyeshadows. That's how I would justify a replacement. So if I want to buy a new eyeshadow palette, I can, but it's going to use one of those credits up. However, I have one mascara right now. When it's time for me to replace that mascara, I will earn a credit from finishing it, but it will not cost me a credit to replace 1 mascara. If I want to get 2 mascaras, well, that's kind of extra, so it would cost 1 credit. I hope this is making sense. It makes perfect sense in my head. Basically, if it's a true replacement, 1-to-1 replacement, it doesn't cost me a credit, but if it's like a want, it will cost me a credit. So this is just adding more motivation for me to finish what I have, and to make sure that I wouldn't mind growing my makeup collection a little bit, to be honest, but I want it to be like manageable. I don't want all of a sudden it to go like crazy overnight. So I'm feeling like this credit system will help me kind of get there. So I am backdating this to January. I didn't actually like do this in January, but it still works out. So in January, I finished up 3 makeup products, which I talk about in my empties video. I can throw up here and down below. So I have 3 makeup products that I finished. So that would be 3 credits. And then in January, I bought 2 makeup products that were not necessities. They were just wants. So I'm saying that that cost 2. So I have 1 credit left in my bank right now. So anyway, that's something I'll be updating you guys when I talk about, you know, what I bought and everything, how many credits I have. So I have 1 credit, which means I can buy 1 thing of makeup that's not like a true 1-to-1 replacement. I don't know that I will yet, though. I kind of want that to build, and maybe I could do like a Sephora order later in the year. Or I could do an Ulta, or like I could do kind of like maybe a bigger haul that way. So my strategy right now is just to build the credits, and we'll spend them later in the year, if that makes sense, you know? Okay, I have some notes on my phone that I want to pull up and quickly talk about. So I'm going to talk about kind of some of the feelings and experiences I went through throughout the month. One of them is weighing what's worth the money and where, I guess, not what, but where could I maybe like cut some corners. So for example, retinol. There are some beautiful brands out there that make a retinol. Before this one, I was using a sample of Drunk Elephant. I could have just bought the Drunk Elephant one, but to me, $72 for a retinol where I could get one for $10, I'd rather go the $10 here. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of weighing out what is worth me spending extra money on, what's not, and just kind of feeling that gauge, because I feel like that is very easily skewed. But knowing that my beauty budget is also going to need to support like a repurchase of one of these, or a shampoo if I need a shampoo in the future. My beauty budget is not just for skincare and makeup, it's really for everything. So I'm trying to just kind of figure out, where does it really feel like I want to spend the money, and where can I maybe cut back and choose a different brand? Okay, so this is a good one, and I wrote it down like this: redefining when to purchase a replacement. And here's the example. I literally wrote Tide Pods. I use Tide Pods for my laundry, right? Like, I'm lazy. It's the easiest thing for me to do. So I had, I was doing my laundry and I was looking down in the jar, right? There's like 12 left. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I should add this to my grocery list. I should get some when I go to the grocery store next, right? Because it's getting low. Okay, but then I had to stop and I had to think, okay, but how many loads of laundry am I doing a week? For me, I do about 3 loads of laundry a week, sometimes 4, but usually 3, right? So if I have 12 in there and I do 3 loads of laundry, I still have a month. I have 4 weeks before I actually need to buy more Tide Pods. So no, I'm not going to buy my Tide Pods until I'm down to like maybe 2, right? Where it would impact my week. But it's so easy for me, even with like beauty products. Once I'm about here, I'm like, okay, it's time to buy something new. But this amount of product lasts you more than you would think. So it was just kind of a wake-up call, and it was such a silly example, but it really stuck with me. I also just opened a new cleanser, and it is a mini size, but I'm still like, I'm not even halfway through this. Why am I looking at cleanser reviews right now? Like, this is ridiculous. So I'm just trying to bring myself back down that when I need a replacement, I will actually need it, not like, oh, I'm being prepared. I'm trying to be better about that. Another thing that happened this month is we had our whole house painted, so no more red background. I have this nice like taupey beige. And in that process, we had to take everything out of our closets. Like, the house was a disaster. We're still recovering, but we're working on it. And so we had, like all of our boots and our coats and stuff like that out of the closet because they had to paint inside the closet. It was like this bright orange color. It was awful. And in that process, we purged, we decluttered, we donated a lot of coats and boots to our local community because it's so dang cold here in northern Minnesota that like people need some warmth, right? In that process, somehow my boyfriend threw away my slippers. I know. So then I was like, well, I kind of want my slippers back. I miss my slippers. But then I was like, do I need them? I don't know. So they're on my wish list, but like, not sure if I'm actually going to pull the trigger on slippers or not. Maybe I'll try to see if like Walmart or Target has some sort of deal where I can get some cute fuzzy slippers. But yeah, my slippers were thrown away, and that was really impactful, so much that I put a note in my phone about it. All right, so I've got 2 sections left. I'm going to talk quickly about my wish list. I said earlier, a lot of my wish list items are kind of summer focused right now because we're starting to come out of this winter. So on my list, I would like to evaluate my shorts situation and my dresses. Last year, I got really into wearing dresses just because, it's not a lot of fabric like tight on your body when you're hot and sweaty. Like, that's the last thing I want to experience is like a ton of fabric. And Target, of course, is having all of their spring stuff come out. So I was kind of tempted by that, but I'm just going to wait to see, what do I actually want to wear? Where are the gaps in my dresses or shorts? I wouldn't be surprised if, only one pair of shorts fit me, then I'll get another pair or 2 just so I have variety. But my dresses, I'm not so convinced that I actually need any, but it would be fun to have some more, and we'll see. Still on my wish list, I will be buying a new swimsuit for the summer season. I don't know which one yet, but I know I'm going to do that. I'm just going to wait till it gets closer. And then I also have slippers on my list. We just talked about those. Might replace them, might not, I'm not sure. And then I've just got some makeup items that like I'm still on the fence about. They're kind of like, if I finish up something, this is what I'd be interested in. So for example, if I finish up a lip gloss, I would like to purchase one of those Bite lip glosses, the new ones. I've been hearing great reviews about those. I'm kind of thinking I might want like a powder foundation this summer, or like a cream bronzer. I don't know. There's just like a variety of things. The makeup part of my wish list fluctuates quite a bit because it's kind of like based on what I'm seeing other people use, and I'm kind of like, oh, I wish I had that. And then I go a week and I'm fine without it. So anyway, I'll get through, but my wish list isn't like too drastically different than what it has been in the past. The last thing I want to talk about are any planned purchases for the next month. So in the month of March, I do plan to purchase a mascara at some point in time. I found that the easiest way for me to make sure that I have like mascara that's not expired is to replace them each quarter, because I know it's then 3 months. So I will be purchasing a new mascara throughout March at some point in time, because then at the end of March I can swap it and be ready to go. What I don't know is what mascara I'll pick. Because we are starting to go into the summer, I probably will get a waterproof and a non-waterproof mascara. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get a waterproof. That kind of sounds easier, to be honest, but that is something that's on my radar. As far as my skincare, everything else is really good. I'm in a good spot where I've got backups for almost everything. So I don't think I'll be needing to make any skincare purchases. Body care, I think I'm good on. So I think that's the only thing is a mascara, but obviously in a month from now, I'll let you know if there's anything else that I ended up purchasing. But that is going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below if you're doing some sort of low buy or something similar. I know people call this different things, but I think it's a really interesting series, and it's nice to find like-minded people that are trying to be more intentional with their money and their purchases throughout the year. So if you were doing something like this, please let me know so I can follow you. Subscribe if you'd like to come hang out on my channel more. I do appreciate when you guys stop by. And I'm going to stop self-promoting now and just say thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.